everyone, me Kevin here. Everything is totally fine. I mean, look at all the green on Weeble. Look how beautiful this is. This is why you get your 2 free stocks with Weeble. Look, it's beautiful. You got GameStop behaving within the boxes again. It goes up above the box. It comes back in. Everything is under control. Look, 9% gains on GameStop. We're good. No market crash here. Nothing going on here. I mean, look, Palantir's up today. USO up today. We got Facebook up today. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and you're good. Honestly, let's get some champagne. Celebrate those GameStop calls. Whatever you do not press this button right here, because over here you got the HE double hockey sticks. You just walk right into hell. I'm going to say it because holy crap. All the attendees of 2021 went away, and 2020 called and said, get back in the oven because things are going to burn. Look at this. Nano Dimension down 14.8% at 747 like the plane. You got Givo down 15%, 16% this morning. This morning on the private course member live stream. It was so weird. It's almost like it kind of felt like foreshadowing. But I pulled up these photos that I had from March of 2020. I'm going to pull up some of them right now. March of 2020. And it's so weird because we pulled up these pictures of the market around like March 18th and just kind of how the market was behaving then. And here we go. Like, here's an old thumbnail I have, which is crazy. I'm going to pull this up. Look at this. It's just like, this is just so nuts. Hold on one second here. Okay. Look at this old school thumbnail right here, and watch when I zoom. Everything's fine. There's a child playing with a truck. Everything is totally fine. And then you look in. This is March 18th of last year, and look at this. Things are down like 24% on Redfin. It's at 10. Oh, you can't even see that. Sorry. Here it is. Target's at 102. Tesla's at 361. That, by the way, that 361 is before the split, right? Redfin's at $10. Like, everything's just calamitous. That was on March 18th of last year. I have more pictures of this, but we're not going to go through photo album here. But it's like, whoa. I remember even saying this morning on the private course member live stream, like, things were pretty bad when we were like, it was March 23rd when we looked down at our phones and we're like, everything's down like 15 to 20%. I kid you not. I said that in this morning's live stream. And I'm like, that was the time to buy. That was the time where we're like, wow, how bad can things really get when you're down like 15 to 20% on everything in a day? Look at the market, folks. Look at those numbers. Everything is like 15 to 20%. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things are. It's crazy. Certainly like energy, marijuana. I mean, Matterport's holding up a little bit from the bottoms that we had earlier. We kind of had a double dip, right? We had this dip this morning, which was a very, very, very short-term dip. I mean, we had minutes to take advantage of that dip, which we did. But then again, we had another dip right here because Jerome Powell screwed everything up. We like the market expected Jerome Powell to come out and be like, tool belt option number 2, deploy, like Pokeball, deploy. And Jerome's like, I've been telling you, everything is okay. There's nothing to see here. And market's like, F you. It's so bad. It's ridiculous. I mean, EXPI at $90, pre-split is basically what it was before even the split news. And split news was at like $80. Like, all of that gone. All of that market attention it got just evaporated. Poof, gone. I mean, let's see what Buzz actually does not include GameStop, that new social media ETF. So I guess if you bought it this morning, you would have only been down 4%, which is actually probably not as bad as other things. I mean, just for giggles, let's just see how ARK K is doing today. ARK K 6%. ARK G Genomics down 6%. ARK F FinTech is down 6%. All of the ARK funds are down 6% right now. Oh my gosh, Vroom went down 30%. Matterport, I mean, big chunk here. I mean, the fact that this is at $12, it's so dirt cheap. We know it's not going to last at these prices, but it's so painful because human nature says there's pain. What is to lead me to believe that the pain will stop? And so oftentimes there's the motivation to just do nothing, or sell. Sell is very common. Sell is the big mistake. I'd rather you do nothing than sell. And of course, I'd rather you buy than do nothing. But wow, look at this. Redfin at $65, dipping down to 63. It actually dipped down lower than this morning's pricing. Absolutely nuts. I mean, Social Capital, IPOE, people were paying like $24 a share for this darn thing not that long ago. And right now, you got Social Capital at $15. Oh my gosh. You got Faraday Solutions at $11.57. So you're paying a 10% premium, 10.5% no, I'm sorry, 15% premium over the people who are buying at the pipe. The $10 or whatever. You've got Apple and Amazon holding up, right? But barely. I mean, they're like your cash plays trying to hold up right now. I mean, even travel's getting beat up. A Blink is following a charge point right into the gutter. I mean, although we know that Blink and charge point were a little euphoric, but still. I mean, look at this. We had a double dip on CCIV, not as low as we had before, but still we literally had a double dip today. This is starting to feel like a hopefully condensed. I guess we won't know until it's over. It's starting to feel like a condensed version of March and April 2020, where we had this market dip on March 23rd ended up being the bottom. Obviously, the market was like crashing ever since the end of February. So you had like this 3 weeks of mega pain. Then the market started going up, and then you hit a double dip on April 3rd, and then it was moon from there. So you really had about a month of like vomiting pain and shame and loss, and Bill Ackman on TV going, shut everything down while he's shorting the market. I mean, complete and utter disaster. Purple Innovations down 32%. Folks, that's nuts. We bought this thing at $18. It ran to like $39, and we're like, yay, tendies. And now we're back to 24. EXPI, why? Like, there's no reason EXPI would sell off like this, right? There's no reason for Open Door to be down 15%. It's not like they all just reported bad earnings. It's literally the stupid fear over this yield. And it did just here. Let's go. We're gonna pull up the Bloomberg terminal again. But I mean, it's here. Actually, it almost seems a little easier to pull it up on the iPad because I could draw on it, which is really cool. But I actually have the 10-year right here, so I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, so 10-year. Yeah, I mean, Jerome, man, what the F? Okay, look at this. So here's our Bloomberg iPad app. Okay, move me over here. So look at this. Look at this disaster, okay? So let's see. I actually have not used this iPad app to do much drawing on here, but apparently I can. So I think I can. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's do the Thomas now. If I maximize it, then I can do stuff to it, I think. I have no idea. There is a way to draw on this. Oh, there it is. Draw. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Oh, gosh. World's falling apart. I lost my pencil. Okay. It's all right. I have a backup. Always have a backup pencil. You got a pencil. So, okay, it's not working. Whatever. I'll use my finger. So, this was obviously what we saw earlier. And then after Jerome Powell spoke, we went to about this level right here, the 1.53. While he was speaking, we had this bump, which I'm going to mark over here in green. We bumped right here. This was the bump we saw while he was speaking. So way to go, Jerome. That was while he was speaking. Afterwards, we bumped up even more to 1.53. And then now we're at 1.544, which I should be able to draw a line on this, but it doesn't really want to let you do that. So we're kind of somewhere in between those two things. We have shot above our last week insanity in the 10-year right now. This is kooky. It's crazy. And I've lost my pencil. It kind of bothers me when I lose those because usually they're always on the iPad, but it's not. Oh, well, we have bigger things to worry about right now. Much bigger things to worry about. Like what's happening over here on Webull. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, man. Wow. And what's crazy is we're not even seeing it as a V shape anymore. It's just like straight pain at this point. Wait. I forgot. I forgot the pinned comment. Get 38% off with coupon code HODL of the programs on building your wealth. There we go. By the way, somebody mentioned this morning, another YouTuber who's in the course mentioned this morning that his CPA wrote off the expense on the stocks course against his gains in stocks. And then I asked, actually, I didn't ask this, but I should have asked this. It sounds cool if I say that I did ask this, but I didn't ask this. I asked, what gains? Because the market's so bad. It's bad. No, obviously I'm being facetious here. Okay, off the programs of building your wealth, stock alert, and private life. Okay, cool. I did it. Okay, let's pin this. Cool. But yes, folks, blood is in the streets. These are the times when usually like all the YouTubers come out and they're like, Warren Buffett once said, be fearful when people are greedy and be greedy when people are fearful. Yet nobody actually does it. So here I am on my live stream making it very clear that I'm being greedy and buying the crap out of this dip. Let me prove it to you by showing you how basically I have no money left. So let me try. I don't think it's going to let me because it didn't a little bit ago. Let me try to buy some Redfin right now because it's in the poopy doopers, okay? So we're going to go in here. We're going to concentrate on our lovely positions here. So let's see if we could get, I'm going to put a limit in for $66,666. Well, $66.66 because, well, obviously everything's in the toilet today. So let's see if I could buy $66,000 and $66,666. Buy Redfin. See what I mean? These are the kinds of problems that I'm up against. I'm out of money. But actually, I will go into Robinhood really quick, and I'm going to buy a little bit. So Tesla's off its dip. Tesla at 617. Let's go to Redfin. And let's see. We're not quite at the bottom, which was 63 here for today, but I'm going to buy a little bit of Redfin. I don't know. Let's just buy. It doesn't have to be that much. I was just being facetious. I'm going to buy 461 shares of Redfin right now. Boom. Order received. I will prove it to you too. Because it is, and I get it too, but there are skeptics over like, oh wait, did you really buy it, or are you just saying that? Like, I get it, but no, I really am the idiot who keeps buying. Okay, 30K into Redfin, 64.97 now. All right, and then if I just press this button, and then this button, you can see my order is complete. Now. I can't Photoshop that fast. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. Let's see what CNBC is saying. Maybe now they finally got with the program and started talking about the market crash.
With interest rates, it's a pretty interesting dynamic, and not one really that we saw for most of the post-financial crisis period, when generally rising rates was good for technology relative to the rest of the market. I don't know how long that holds. I think while we're in this very, very high growth period, some other sectors are going to tend to get more attention, like industrials. I think perhaps if we start talking about infrastructure over the summer, like banks, which we already mentioned, and the consumer cyclicals, maybe just because they didn't quite have the run last year, look better to investors right now.
So just to be clear, on tech holdings, should you stay in them for the long term and sort of ride out this period of volatility on rising rates, or would you be repositioning the portfolio totally into more cyclicals?
Yeah, directionally, that's what we're doing. We've probably gone from pretty far overweight tech to just maybe mildly overweight tech, but we're still have that position because we think at the end of the day, the U.S. is a growth market. Tech's got this very large role in the U.S. market relative to the rest of the world, and that when we come out of this, which is going to be this sort of artificially high growth period because of the bounce, because of the stimulus, these stocks are still going to look very attractive to folks who are looking for long-term returns, not just over the next couple of years, but over the balance of this decade. Where's the bulk of the return going to come from in the U.S. market? We still think it's tech, but in the short run, we have been allocating more to cyclicals and away from tech.
You buying overseas
Why?
equities?
We are, especially emerging markets. So this is a real key here.
These are the people that do this. It's these institutions that are like, oh, our clients want us to have less tech right now. Okay, let's sell tech and go buy the cyclicals. Like, I don't know, it could be retail, it could be the cruise lines, could be the recovery sector, right? Whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, we're bullish on tech. Well, what are you doing? Oh, we're selling tech and buying the other crap. Why? Because you're trying not to lose clients. That's what these people are doing. If they were running a fund, they would be bleeding clients right now. Because people are like, what? What? You're in tech during a tech sell-off? Oh my God, you idiot. And then they sell. What's going on in the Senate? What's happening in the Senate? I have no idea. Let's figure out what's going on. Somebody says there's something happening in the Senate. Let's see if we could get to the Senate. I don't know. Maybe you could get our mind off of it a little bit. What's happening in the Senate?
Committee on Foreign Relations. Section 10,001, Department of State Operations. Section 10.
Are you kidding me? They are reading the entire bill. The Republicans are making the Democrat or the Senate read the entire 680-page bill, which there you go. C-SPAN says the reading of the bill could last several hours to be followed by 20 hours of debate on the bill and amendments. They're literally reading listen.
11,001, Indian Health Services. Section 11,002, Bureau of Indian Affairs.
They're on like page 5. They're just reading the table of contents right now. This is our government. While our economy, while our stock market is collapsing, folks, our stock market is collapsing, our government is reading the table of contents of a 700-ish page bill.
11,006, American Indian, Native Hawaiian, and Alaska Native Education.
Oh, turn the page. Okay.
Title I, Committee on Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry.
You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. And the House of Representatives took off today because of threats to the Capitol. Oh my God, this is our government. No, it's no wonder when you get Jerome Powell, who's like, trust me, I'm not part of the government. People are like, it's so stupid. It's what? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know. I don't know. I did. It's a joke. That's all I can say about it. It's laughable, but it's reality. Okay, there we go. Come on, Redfin printing some tendies. Not really. It's got a tiny green candlestick, but I mean, come on, we need some happiness here because this is absolute ridiculous. Okay, BNGO has gotten wrecked in this. I mean, everything's been getting wrecked, but BNGO has had a massive run, and a lot of that's going away. EXPI. OMG. Yeah, it is. It's basically at my Webull purchase price, which I own this in other platforms too, but woo, open door, big red candle. I mean, this is the day chart. Okay. So this goes back to like January here. Wow. Look at this. I mean, just destruction at Matterport here. Clover Health. Oh, look at that chart. It's like it's literally eradicated everything that happened here. And it's just like, what was our price on IPO day? Target acquired. We're on our way. This is irrational. So Planet 13 actually holding up during this, surprisingly. It's down 10%, but it's relatively holding up. It could be down. It could be a lot worse. Cannabis not doing as horribly as it could be. I mean, it's certainly you're not seeing those squeeze prices we had at Tilray, but that's actually kind of relatively holding up. The cool thing about Shift, by the way, is it just can't get much worse at Shift. So Shift SPAC'd And it went up to like $14 during the SPAC, had some hype, literally crashed down to $6.40. Right now, the stock is at $8. And on Webull, my average in is like 958, which is high. But probably my average, if I average in my other brokerages, is probably like 850, maybe 870 or something like that. So I'm a little bit upside down on that right now. But it's like, even if Shift misses, it's like it can't get that bad. So it's one of the things I like about Shift. One day that'll be a $20+ stock, and we'll look back at these days going, darn, should have bought more. But who knows when that day will come. Oh my gosh, Northern Genesis is at $16. Oh, it's a bargain. Fisker's actually still holding. I mean, I thought Fisker would have run right back to 15 much quicker. It's holding at 22 right now, which is impressive. OGI is, oh wait, sorry. This is QuantumScape I've got clicked on here. QuantumScape is still doing decently. I mean, obviously it's sold off from its insane hype that it had. This is 2024 technology anyway, so it's not like, to me, it's not something I want to invest in until we get closer. Lemonade at 95. Actually, surprisingly, still a pretty strong price for this company. I do have a purchase, a little purchase at 124. Most of my purchases at Lemonade, probably at 55. I'd say my average is like $60 or something like that between my portfolios and options in that. Webull, again, this account was opened in, I think, November, December, or something like that. And then I've been buying in like December, January, February, and that. So some of these prices show up a little high. Pinterest. I just bought a little Pinterest over the last few days. I just bought some Pinterest. We are below that. We're at 68. I also just added Pinterest on Robinhood because I can't add anymore. But Pinterest is under 70, which is where I mentioned I like it. Enphase under 150. Oh my gosh, my Webull's upside down on this one. But I mean, everything's upside down, so I don't even have to reference that anymore. But 150, that's one of my target prices. In fact, we had a line drawn here. Look at that. We are breaking through the line we had drawn. It's respect the line. Or the box. It always respects the box. It's so weird. You draw a low line and it goes there. 217 at Square. Oh my gosh. Just, there's blood and guts all over the place here. I did buy more Tesla this morning at on Robinhood at like 603, a little at 612, and then obviously the first dip we had this morning, you watched me buy some. So I bought a whole lot of Tesla today. Just kind of averaging in on this thing. Etsy, haven't bought any Etsy today. It's not as much of a discount as I'd like to see. Twitter, same thing. I mean, maybe if Twitter got to the 40s, I'd be shopping this thing a little bit more. DocuSign, if this got under 200, which it's at what, 211 right now, that could be interesting. Let's see, Roku. Roku's only down 3.4%. Roku bringing us back to approximately January pricing. So still got a very, very strong run over here built in on Roku. Very, very good growth there. That could be a symptom of the ARC madness that we've seen. So who's got the beer? This is exhausting. Woo. Let's see here. 80, 83. What is this? What is C3A? Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. I sent a quick little message here. Okay. Wow. So this is interesting. What is this here? So C3AI, I can't even talk anymore. C3AI closed on its first day of trading at 99. It hit a high of 115 that day. Basically went to the moon, then back to Earth a little bit, then on its way back to the moon. Then February 19th rolls around, and the thing basically is below its listing price now. That's crazy. And this was an IPO, not a SPAC. Not that it really makes a difference. Tesla's actually trying to push up right now. Let's go to the minute. Yeah, Tesla's pushing up into the close. We've got... okay, we got Apple and Amazon holding up. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Apple, I mean, and when by holding up, I mean like down 1%. It's not that bad. I mean, like if you had a big holding in Apple, Amazon, and Google, those are like your safety nets, which thankfully I didn't sell. Those are like my little babies. But yeah, I still hold those. Those are good. Combined, those are probably somewhere around 15-20% of my portfolio. And a lot of people look at those and they're like, "Oh, Kevin, you shouldn't have those. Those are too low growth compared to the other stuff." Yeah, but in times of volatility and margin, man, those are the ones that you really want to like. Those are the ones that you look at and you're like, "Thank you for preventing the margin call. Thank you." Okay, I promised it. Hold on. Cheers, everyone. Can we focus on that? We got a Peroni. It's actually full. Yeah, I guess you can't really see that. Well, you'll have to trust me. Getting demonetized on this live stream. Oh God. Just what I need. I just spilled it too. Anyway, this is insane. Look at even Bitcoin right now. Oh man. Now this stuff is everywhere. Yep. Smell like Peroni now. Woo! Sign of the times. Anyway, where were we? We were just talking about how Bitcoin is also beginning to sell off. This is despite the fact that yesterday we ran up to $52,600. This could just be sort of that daily volatility that we're seeing here. Yeah, we'll have to upgrade to Lagunitas here soon. Double IPA or something. But anyway, so now we are starting to see Bitcoin fall a little bit. We are at 48,140, trending downwards on the hour candlesticks, which I believe is the lowest we can get. Oh no, we can go to minute on Webull. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Remember to get your 2 free stocks with Webull. It helps support this channel and prevent bankruptcy. So go to metkevin.com/Webull, deposit $100, and you help Kevin not go bankrupt. Oh, look, they're talking about Tesla, aka my bankruptcy. I'm already talking to fellow stock YouTubers about going in for like a 2-for-1 deal on bankruptcy attorneys. But you can always check out that course to help learn how to build your wealth.
This air pocket. More broadly, what's going on is the market is hunting for stocks that have a high story to substance ratio. It doesn't mean the story's wrong. It means it was too much reliance on the story and too much hot money that built up very fast gains in those stocks. Not just Tesla, not just EV, pretty much everything. If you want to look at
story to what ratio? What bull crap is that?
All that stuff getting culled, and a lot of those stocks are down a ton by now. So it's not as if it's the start of the process. It's underway. I think a lot of this.
So is it looking cheap to you, Steph? Now at only 155 times next year's forward earnings? You know the answer to that.
Recovery.
My benchmark. So it hurt me all the way going up, So no, I mean, really, look, this is a sentiment stock. I get it. It's a total addressable market stock, and it's an ESG play as well. I happen to own Active, which is also a quasi EV play. That stock is down quite a bit as well. And they have fundamentals, and they actually have earnings, and they have margin expansion and free cash flow. So those are all the characteristics I look for. And
she's slamming Tesla hard.
Well, there we go. Sorry. There's a pullback option for you. Shares of Snowflake, meanwhile, not pulling back today after.
She's rubbing it in. She's laughing at us. Unbelievable. Unreal. Let's get off. That's it. Taking our support back. Okay. Whew. I don't even know where to go anymore here. There we go. Nothing like a paper napkin. It's actually a notepad, but it'll have to do for now. So, wow. Okay. So, let's see what's doing well. Oh, hey, GameStop's up 6%. The hedge of the market. So if you want to hedge your portfolio, don't buy puts, buy GameStop. GameStop calls up 45% today. Yay! It went from negative 99% to negative 97% or something. Okay. So a Palantir. Oh, good. Palantir's running back to 25. Although we had 25 in the after hours yesterday. Yeah, we had 25 earlier today too. So Palantir's trying to recover into the close here. Dropbox trying to recover into the close. Still sitting under $23 a share. Alphabet at $20.50. Pretty volatile day, but honestly, I mean, for the day it's been like plus or minus 1%. So if you don't want volatility, you go park yourself pretty over at the Alphabet, Amazon, maybe the Netflix, and certainly the Apple. National Beverage Corp, Fizz, up about 1%, definitely falling, removing some of the gains it had earlier. We had this nice run at Snowflake, was up at 5% at one point. It is now only up 1%. We actually have Churchill Capital green. It is up above this last support level that we drew at approximately $24 per share. We are just trading above that now at $24.28. Still a pretty incredible bargain. We've got, let's see, where's GHVI? Must be in the red. Okay. All right, let's go into the red. Let's sort by losers in the red because why not? Purple down at 24. BNGO down at under $7 a share. EXPI $45 a share, which is $90 before the split. Pretty much those split gains got evaporated. But then again, everybody's tendies in the last 2 months have been evaporated unless you've been short in the market. ChargePoint Holding down 15.7% along with Opendoor. Like, why? Why is Opendoor down 15.8%? Just nuts. You got Microvision down 13.7%. Gores Holdings, GHVI, this is the Matterport SPAC, going in for a soft close landing at nearly the day's lows. Not quite. We are at about $13 a share. We did pick this up multiple times during the day here, under 13, so it was an opportunity to go shopping. Obviously, I encourage you to go shopping. You've got, 3 minutes left in the trading day, 2 minutes. You've got Nano Dimension down 11.5%. What a freaking disaster. I mean, this stock has literally halved since some of the highs that we've seen around mid-February. You've got Blink Charging down 11% now. Fuel Cell down 10%. Tilray, Actoris, Property Solutions, Clever, all down 10%. Planet 13, Shift, Quantum, 10. Now we're in the 8s. Redfin down to $65, well below $70 as a potential repurchase target for Redfin, and now under $66 per share. Fisker continuing to stabilize at negative 8% for the day. We haven't had a continued sell-off at Fisker. You've got NGA commercial vehicle SPAC at pretty dang lows here. Not lows of the day, but still $16.50. Pinterest is making its way back to $70, but barely able to move back to $70. You've got Enphase under $150. In my opinion, a total bargain for a company that is going to benefit dramatically, in my opinion, from the infrastructure package we have coming up soon. We've got Lemonade, Cannabis, Twitter, Upwork, everything else. Tesla down 5% at 621. Recovering from its lows, it hit 600. 600. We need some bad music here. Do we have it? I don't hear it. Too low? Oh, there we go. All right. Tattooed Chef, Macy's, Cheesecake, American Airlines, Ubiquity, Chipotle, DocuSign, all down 4%. Workhorse, AMD, Rocket down. It was green this morning, but no, the market had to come in and destroy that. CTRM is down 17%. Okay, let's go over. Where are we going?
Our parent company also making.
How are they clapping?
Technology.
Why are they clapping?
Link again, worst performing sector. The Nasdaq's down 2.2%, and that's going to take it negative for the year, down 1.35% year to date. All the other major averages are still higher. The Nasdaq, which was the big star of 2020.
Hey, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Oh my God.
That's been the story. And it happened in a big way today, Wilfred.
Off the session lows at the close, but markedly low for all the major averages. Welcome to the Closing Bell, everyone. I'm Wilfred Frost, along with Sarah Eisen and Mike Santoni, CNBC Senior Markets commentator.
I mean, look at that. Dow down 1.1%, S&P down 1.34%, Nasdaq 2.11%, Russell 2000 down 2.76%. You've got Bitcoin down 5%, $2,600 a coin, gone. And it's all thanks to the man with the money printer, Jerome Powell. Bro, we're relying on you here to print some tendies. And yeah, now I'm getting notifications that my YOLO game is strong. These are educated decisions. Okay, who's reporting? Gap, Costco, Broadcom. Let's go ahead and pull up Bloomberg and see if we can get into some of these, especially Costco. Costco, big COVID play. Costco had a nice skyrocketing during the pandemic. Let's go ahead and punch in here. You know, I have to say, when the last time we punched in on, well, not the last time, but who was here the day we punched in on the Bloomberg terminal, and the security code it gave me, I tell you, this was like March 15th or something like this. It was between March 15th and March 10th. I'm sorry, between February 10th and February 15th. The security code it gave us was PRAY. Who was there for that? It literally had PRAY as the security code to log into the Bloomberg terminal. Folks, I mean, looking back, I should have listened to the damn thing. That was freaking crazy. That was insane. And it was like, it was the gods telling us. And I remember looking at it like, oh, that's funny. My God. Whoopsies. Oh, well. Shout out to those of you who were there. HC Aqua, Elon Musk clips, Brent Vance, laughing out loud. Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, Bloomberg Terminal is coming up. Let's listen in for a moment while I pull up earnings for Costco.
Stocks. So I think this is simply, Wilfred, the economist and policymaker not understanding that their words are interpreted very differently in the marketplace.
It's a weird situation, Mohammed, because you've got treasury yields rising, which in effect, it should be a good thing, right? We've been expecting higher growth. We've been wanting higher growth. We needed to get out of the debt.
You tell them, Sarah.
And more jobs and more stimulus to help fight it. And so if treasury yields are rising for the right reasons, and that's why stocks have been rising, why does it feel so ugly? And why does it feel like the market is pressing the Fed to do more when Powell sits there and says, we're going to do as much as we can and we're going to stay all in until we totally get through this?
So this is really important. It is a good thing that treasury yields are going up for the right reason. And the right reason is that this economy is set to recover very strongly. And that's good for the stock market long term. The problem are the initial conditions, is what you've heard me say for a long time, the massive disconnect between fundamentals and what have been liquidity-driven valuations. I was very struck by the words that Mike and Stephanie said. I agree with them when they referred to, oh, it is those who have high story to substance are getting hit. It is those where the sentiment was the driver. It is.
I've never heard that as a way to value a company.
Is that we've had a massive disconnect. And what we're adjusting to is the fact that we cannot assume QE infinity. We cannot assume that interest rates will remain low forever. And that means that two things that have worked so well for stocks are under pressure. Tina, there was no alternative. Well, guess what? There is an alternative now. And then secondly, importantly, is what all the model-driven flows are, which is stocks, because when discounted cash flows are what they are at very low interest rates, of course you buy stocks. And that's what's being challenged.
Mike, we've mentioned.
Yeah. This is like when we fall at the jungle gym as a child, and Daddy comes over and goes, "I told you not to rely on the rubber that's on the floor. You still end up getting hurt. I told you you're going to get hurt." Well, Daddy, did you know that if I practice my agility on this gym, I could be somebody someday? In other words, long Tesla. Thank you very much. Okay, moving back over. So we've got the news coming up for Costco, earnings coming up here. No news yet on these three. We got Gap, Broadcom, Costco reporting today. I will verify that, but giddy up, we got earnings coming up. Oh, crap, I turned the audio off. Wait, giddy up, we got earnings coming up. Yeah. Okay. So while we wait for these earnings coming up, we can go ahead and look at the sticks in the after hours, which we have not done yet. So this should be entertaining. Let's go ahead and drag our after hours change over here. Yeah, we could leave those. Okay, we'll pull our charts over. So cool. We got our tickers, our names, and after hours. So in after hours, we've got Okta coming back, Enphase coming back, and Etsy coming back. And by coming back, I mean like giving us up. Sends. Okay, let's pull them up. And by coming up, I mean like 0.5%. So I hear a lot of talk about Sends earnings. Somebody says 430. Well, we can pull them up. Let's see here. Sends. Okay, cool. We do not have results from any of these yet. Any other earnings I'm missing? What's IMMR? I have no idea, but you're asking about it, so why not bring it up? Immersion Corp. Corp, whatever. Corporation, core, like a press core. Who knows? Okay, so, yep, no earnings yet on any of these. So, okay, Sends up after hours. Oh, let's see what's going on. Insider trading. Sends. Insider trading. Look at this run. I mean, it could just be that people looked at the earnings calendar and they're like, I think it's going to go up. That's possible. Kevin, look at SLGG. Oh, I have seen that. Is that reporting today or are we just looking at the chart on it? I don't even know what that is. I'll look at it though. So let's do that. SLGG. Superior League Gaming. Is that right? Is that the right ticker symbol? I have no idea. I actually forgot to look at the ticker symbol. I just clicked on it. Superior League Gaming. I don't know if they surges 36% pre-market after gains. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I see usually these come into popularity when they have a big run. Somebody said GG, right? Like good game? SLGG. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's up 5%. That actually moved today. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, look at that big pre-market bump. That's crazy. Wait, where was it? Oh, I thought I saw it. Oh, it's just a little laggy. Here, let's go back today. Oh, yeah. There we go. Sudden run over here at this one. Going from about $2.90 to $9 in like 3 days. This thing tripled. Wow. Fancy. Yeah, that is something to look into. Not saying I want to buy it after a crazy run like that, but something to look into. Uh-oh, we got earnings on Sends. Here we go. Somebody's fast. You guys crazy. Here we go. Okay, fourth quarter, a loss of 41 cents. Revenue of 3.9 million. And somebody actually just posted this. Thank you for that. Since total revenue for the quarter was 3.9 million compared to 9 million for the fourth quarter of 20. Oh, that doesn't sound good. U.S. revenue was 0.4 mil and revenue outside the U.S. was 3.5 mil. Wow. So that's very, very low revenue. Okay, interesting. So it sees 12 to 15 million in revenue in 2021. Okay, let's see how the stock is reacting. I mean, it's up. It's up on this news. That's crazy. What's up? What's the market cap of this thing? I mean, a few $1 million in revenue. And there's so much excitement over this. Fascinating. Let's look at everything else really quick while we wait for some of these other earnings. Clover on its return here. Clover also running in the after hours. Clever Leaf, cannabis company, running in the after hours. Open Door up 4%. Canoe up 3%. Here we go. Now we're starting to see some gains here in the after hours. What's losing in the after hours? You got Social Capital, Beyond Meat, Win, Moderna, Wayfair leading some losses here. Everything else pretty flat right now in the after hours. Let's take a peek at how NEO ended and Tesla. Let's see. We've got NEO flat at $39. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's so cheap. Tesla. Let's see here. Tesla at $621. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the Bloomberg terminal here. Here we go. Sends earnings. Yep. Okay. Thank you for whoever posted that. You were pretty dang quick on that. Futures will open up in about 2 hours. So let's see for whoever was asking that. Okay. Immersion. Okay. So no updates yet on these guys. Costco has not released yet either. Let's see what Mr. V-shaped recovery has to say. Let's listen to V-shaped recovery here.
Strong, what you call strong anti-masking language. I had some discussions.
Why? Fox Business, you guys kill me. The market's been crashing all day long, and you're talking about Cuomo and masking. Oh my God, what kind of business channel is this? Stop. Oh, Larry, what have you done? Oh, I'm sorry.
Certain tools that they're thinking about, the marketplace would have wanted him to accelerate implementation. I tell you, the best approach would have been to say nothing at all. But he tried to strike that balance, and it's very hard. I don't think anybody could have struck it, actually. It's really tricky. I go back to Steph's notion. It is a lose-lose situation right now.
And a greedy market. Mohammed Al-Arian, thank you. Great to have you here on a daily.
Oh, we just got earnings from Open Door. Thank you for whoever mentioned that. Open Door. This could also move Redfin and Zillow. Open Door announces fourth quarter. We got 49 cents a share, or loss of 87 million, revenue of 248. Sees revenue in quarter one of 600 to 625 million. How? What? Their fourth quarter revenue? Because of springtime and real estate? How do you go from 248.9 mil? Oh, I think it's probably because you got maybe a bunch of people who have a lot of Open Door properties that are maybe getting fixed up, and maybe they're going to dump those in the spring is the theory. Maybe that is the theory. Yeah, if we all give Kevin $5, he can get more Tesla. Oh no. Somebody says I look tired. Do you go up to a soldier in the battlefield and tell them they look tired? We're not sissy-handed people walking off the battlefield. We keep fighting. Okay, let's see what Open Door is doing. Open Door 4.9. Okay, so it's up on this news. So is Sens up about 8%, but it's giving up a little bit of that. Let's see. Okay, so I want to get some more data from Open Door here. Thank you for whoever called that out is coming up with an earnings. Sens, we got a little bit more here from Sens. It has an EPS loss of 41 cents versus 18 cent year over year. Okay, what was the estimate? Okay, the estimated revenue actually beat substantially here. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, troops don't sleep. That's right. Going back to Open Door earnings here, we've got no new update here on the terminal, so we'll keep an eye on this. Okay, let's look at Sens here again. Chart of net rev versus estimates. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So blue must have been estimates. Yeah, blue was estimates, and this is where the revenue actually came in. So they had a big miss in Q2, but big run over here. Or beats over here. What are we talking about on earnings here?
47 million analysts anticipated earnings, though missing estimates by a penny with a loss of 21 cents per share. The company saying,
I haven't been to an IMAX theater since like 5th grade. Am I missing something?
Local language releases recorded robust box office, which they say were at near pre-pandemic levels. They also announced that they've installed 33 systems and signed 11 agreements in the fourth quarter. They are enthusiastic, Wilf, about the box office and audiences returning.
Okay.
IMAX up 4% after hours, of course, after a negative day of trade in the actual session. Let's pivot back to the broad markets, to the tech sector in particular. The Nasdaq leading the declines today, as we've been discussing, down 2.1%. Joining us to discuss where from here, Dan Ives of Wedbush Securities, Tom Lee, head of research.
People make fun of CNBC, but at least they're talking about the market. Let's check it, Fox. Let's see if they moved over. Of course, it's a commercial. From masks to commercial. Thanks, Fox. Okay, so NGA selling off about 3.14%. We got a red candlestick here. We did have lows today of around $15. 15, 17. It actually got the low on the double dip. Every stock was a little different today, depending on where you bottomed. Like some stocks bottomed in the second dip, some bottomed in the first dip. Don't squander the dips. There'll always be another one tomorrow. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Clover Health, for some reason, though, blowing up here in the after hours. Let's see what the news is on Clove. Okay. Clove. U.S. equity. Okay, Clove. 5-year grant from National something, H something? I don't know, NIH. I feel like I've seen that before. Is that what's moving this? I mean, that was an after-hours report. Let's see. Well, from NIH, I feel like Institute for Health, isn't it? It's read only. Okay, fine. I'm pretty sure National Institute for Health. NIH Health. Let's see. National Institutes of Health. Okay, Clover Health. NIH. Yeah, okay, here's the news. Okay, that's the member only. Business Insider, maybe? Okay, no. Whatever. We'll just read it. Here we go. Global Newswire. Okay, Nashville, Tennessee, Boston. Today, Clover Health, an innovative technology group improving health outcomes for America's seniors, announced it's part of a team that received a 5-year grant from the NIH to conduct a clinical study with researchers from Harvard and a hospital and a nonprofit on advanced care planning. So they're going to study advanced care planning, and they're going to study the effectiveness of multimedia tools for improving advanced healthcare. So they're announcing that they're going to do a study, and the stock's moving on that. Okay, I mean, I guess it gives credibility to the industry. I mean, maybe that's why it's moving on that, but yeah. Okay. Let's see here. What's CCIV doing? Let's see. CCIV. Oh, it's flat. I mean, I'll take flat over negative at this point. Okay, so Open Door. No new updates from the Open Door earnings. I mean, I could just also pull up their 8K hold on. Immersion, fourth quarter revenue, $10.9 million. How's their net $8 million? Oh my God, that margin is so amazing. What do they do? What does this company do that they could have VR gaming? What? Leading developer and provider of technology for haptics. Oh, this is like the PlayStation controller thing, isn't it? Total revenue of $10.9 million compared to $11.5 in the fourth quarter of 2019. Okay, so that's actually a decline year over year. Actually, 2 years. No, that's year over year. Okay, Google to stop ad sales based on users' browsing history. Interesting. Okay. Royalty and license revenues were down. Were $10.9 million compared to $11.4 in the fourth quarter of 2019. So a little bit of a decline here. Net income was $8.1 million. Okay, that's an incredible margin, I have to say. So what was the expectation? Do we have expectations here? We had a strong fourth quarter, growing our top line by over 40% compared to the third quarter. I wonder if they just had like a hiccup because of the pandemic. This is interesting, but I don't know why. Let's see how it's moving. IMMR. So immersion in the after hours, IMMR it's up 1%. Okay, I guess that's deemed to be good news. It's odd. I would have to dig into that a little bit more. Okay, Broadcom revenue in. Here we go. Broadcom earnings. Here we go. We've got 1.38 billion in Broadcom net. We got adjusted earnings per share of $6.61. Which is a teeny beat of 6 cents. It reported it's projecting revenue going forward slightly lower than expected, expecting 6.5 billion of revenue versus projections of 6.62. Okay. We got delivered about 3 billion of free cash flow, beats EPS by 4 cents. Well, it looked like 6 cents to me over here, but okay. I guess it depends on whose estimate you're looking at. Correct Broadcom. Oh, okay. They corrected here. Sees. Okay. That's actually good. Sees revenue of 6.5 billion versus the estimate of 6.33. That's better because they wrote a decline, but this is actually an increase. So this is double good news. It's a beat on the bottom line by a few pennies, and it's a beat on forecast for Broadcom. And it's down. Welcome to the beauty of the stock market. Okay, let's listen to this for a second on Google. This looks really interesting.
could really change the advertising market. And I think, as you pointed out, though, at the same time, we should reassure the shareholders of Alphabet, Google's parent, that the company will continue to act in its self-interest. This is potentially a big edge, given that they are the market leader, if limits are placed on smaller competitors. And they are seeing more of a challenge in the digital advertising market. And also, as you said, they can still collect a lot of data on you when you're using the search engine and YouTube, but less so when you're out visiting other websites. So if that's the model for the whole industry, Google wins because they get more of an audience than anyone else.
Yeah. Now, look, I like high-minded motives, James. So saying that they're doing this, yeah, we love high-minded. Saying they're doing this for, personal information and, giving individuals more privacy sounds great. And I think the regulatory pressures coming out of Washington and Congress are in that direction. Undoubtedly, Google is aware that they're facing antitrust pressures. No question about that. What I'm trying to figure out is how big this is. You raise the issue. Alphabet's shareholders will be very interested in the high-mindedness of personal privacy versus the profitness of advertising.
Well, it is potentially a big deal, both for the industry.
I mean, this is something to read into, but I don't want to solely focus on Google right now. I do want to focus on the broader market. So that is interesting, seeing this sort of transition that not only, it almost feels like Apple kind of started, but that is now being followed by Google, and potentially because of, antitrust reasons. That's going to take a little bit more thinking about. In the meantime, take a look at Microvision, up 5.51%. All of a sudden, Microvision coming back. Yeah, I think this is the return of the retail here. I don't know where y'all keep finding money. Obviously, GameStop, well within its box, behaving as expected. We have two boxes for GameStop, and it seems to trade within those, which honestly, I mean, I'm just shocked it hasn't fallen down, right? I mean, it's holding up very, very well. So Sens, on the other hand, just gave up a lot of its gains. It's almost like Sens just gave people an opportunity to get out. And Open Door selling off a bit too here. Open Door had a peak, and now it's selling off a little bit. FRX rather, actually had a little bit of a bounce here in the after hours. That could be just one person buying, though. Sometimes you get that. Larger buy order comes in and it peaks like that. That usually comes back down. Matterport up in the after hours. Palantir up in the after hours, sitting about 25, 24.50 here at Churchill. We're back over 150 barely for Enphase. Nvidia under $500 a share, which I remember back when this was obviously in the 300s and the 200s. It's just had an incredible period of time over the last 12, 13 months. But wow. Okay. All stocks here moving down the list, or continuing down the list, rather. So NVIDIA just slightly negative. Lots in the middle here. And really, the big loser right now, apparently on the day chart here, is AMC, Express, Tuscan Holdings, Gap. Oh, I wonder if Gap reported then. They must have reported. Gap. They did. Okay, we'll zoom out and look at. Oh, wait. Let's look at Costco first. Costco just came. No, Costco's been out for a couple minutes here. So Costco coming in with earnings per share of $2.14, $951 million of net revenue. Oh my gosh, almost $1 billion of net. That's crazy. $44 billion of revenue. My gosh. So what is that? Close to 5%-ish, something like that? 4%, 5%. Same store sales up 13%. E-commerce sales rose 75%. Yeah, from very little to something. I wonder if they actually show a revenue of millions. No, they don't. That would be interesting. Look up their e-commerce sales and see if it went from next to nothing to actually something substantial. It's because when you double a small number, it's not that big of a deal. It's actually still forecasting 13% growth. That's incredible. And it beats by 12 cents by beating on revenue. Impressive. Let's look at Costco. They were $3.20, I feel like, yesterday. $3.14 down in the after hours. Not impressive enough. Not impressive enough. Yep. Guidance is going to kill the share price. Yep. EXPI killing you softly. Really? It's just that? I feel like the whole market is killing us softly. Bait and switch market. No kidding. Something else, huh? SPACs did this in the summer. All in on BNGO. Crazy week. Thank you. Costco reported. Yep. Appreciate that. Hippo Insurance. Hippo. I've heard of them before. Let me look at them. Hippo. I feel like they do more house stuff, like rental properties too. Hippo homeowners insurance. Do they do rentals though too? Smart upgrades. Okay, I'm pretty sure they do rentals as well, but maybe not. This is all says homeowners. That's interesting. You know, I'd have to look into this one a little bit more. But that is fascinating that they went public. I mean, I guess why not? You know, Lemonade's public. Let's stop the competition from going public. True, beer's gonna get warm. We don't want that. Thank you. Okay. All right. Inuv inked a digital advertising deal with Google, but is knocked down. Yeah, I mean everything's knocked down right now. Have you seen Tesla secured a nickel source long term? I don't know. Is that like a news item or are you asking? Yeah, that blew my mind, Kevin. I have no idea how Open Door is coming up with this kind of guidance. So I'm interested to see what happens here. I'm getting Hulk slammed over here. Man, everybody needs a good Hulk slamming. So, congrats to those who got on Fruglant Genesis. Fulgent Genesis. Now, before I say this, or genetics, before we'd intro this, remember, if these like SPAC or something like that, they always go from like $10 to like $15, right? And it looks like this massive gain. Let's see what it is. FLGT stock. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. I mean, 29% in the after hours. That's pretty good. So what happened? Because this didn't SPAC. This has been public for a while. So there was some kind of news catalyst here after a pretty sharp sell-off here. I mean, that's a sharp sell-off. 29% right now. Okay, let's understand what's going on here. So FLGT. So it's something that has been a security. This is a genetics company that operates as a technology company. The company develops a proprietary technology platform that integrates sophisticated data comparison and suppression algorithms, adaptive learning software, advanced genetic diagnostic tools, and integrated lab processes. So in other words, they use smart computers to do smart things. Okay, got it. I understand. What's the news? So what was the news today? Let's find out what the news is today. Okay. Oh, earnings. Earnings smash. So Fulgent Genetics. I don't know why I keep saying Genesis. It flows better. It should be Genesis. That's why I keep saying it. Revenue of $295 million. Earnings per share $6.16. Earnings per adjusted earnings per share at $6.20. Wonder what the expectations were. Okay. Woo. No, I get tired. It sees earnings per share going to $12 per share. We've got, a huge beat. I mean, that is a 50% beat on revenue. 50% beat on revenue. Probably like a 35 to 40% beat on earnings per share. At least here, fourth quarter. And their projection is beating by about 20%. This is a very, very good surprise. Very good surprise for this company. Don't know anything about this company, but very good surprise for it. What did he say was FLGT? Yeah, Fulgent. Justified. Very fair. Good for them. Wow, look at SLGG. All of a sudden plummeting here. I think that's because they just reported. SLGG. No. Okay, what happened today? Nothing. I don't see any news catalyst here. That's odd. Open Door. I really want to know more about this revenue that they see. But we haven't been getting more posts here. Okay, let's look at the letter here. Open Door, which came public through SPAC. Fourth quarter margins. So I'm going to have to break this down. They basically just put the whole report in here. I'll have to break that down separately. Okay, let's go back to the sticks here. Oh, here we go. Open Door Technology. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they did very well based on what we were seeing. They were giving some really good numbers here, especially that revenue projection is insane. Open Door is up 3% right now, so trying to remain optimistic here. Fulgent Genetics, that's the one that's really pumped. I mean, it seems like it's stabilizing right now at up about 30%. Got Gore's up a bit. I mean, here's the thing. For how bloody the market was today, you know what? From beer to coffee. Hold on. Here we go. Cheers. All right. So, what was I going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, right. For the amount of a sell-off we saw today, it would not shock me, or I'm sorry, it wouldn't have shocked me to see a much stronger after hours. But this after hours is not that strong. It's soft, very soft. Fulgent has contracts with countries for COVID testing. Oh, interesting. Am I drinking a beer at 1:30 p.m.? Get out of town. We started at 12:50. Get it right. CCIV is green. Let's see here. CCIV. Yeah, I mean, barely, but yeah. I have a feeling Open Door is foreseeing a real estate sell-off when the block on foreclosure lifts. I don't know about that. There just aren't that many people who are far underwater, even the people who haven't been paying their bills. Okay. Sentiment service called Light. I mean, how do I look into that? Is it a stock? Tell me more about that. Yeah, it's 4:30. Look here. Who's just said that? There you go. See, Sarah reminds us, look, it's 4:30. It was so close to beer time anyway. Why wait? Can I elaborate on Apple Watches on both hands? Because I need twice the battery power to keep these notifications going. No, actually, they both end up just dying at the same time. I use them as for different notifications and purposes, alarms. Usually, I don't wear both of them at the same time, though. Fulgent running. So we are up 35. Yeah, 35% here. Wow. What a move. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. There we go. Sure, why don't we look up some short interest? Why not? Why not look up some short interest? We pay for it, so we may as well use it. Oops. All right, giddy up for the short interest data. Okay. You know, we need happy music. I think this is happy music. Do you want to learn how to build wealth with real estate or stocks? Check out Meet Kevin's courses in the programs down or in the links down below, and make sure to use coupon code HODL. See, look, we got it all live. We don't have any editing here. We can do it all. All right, let's pull off the short interest. All right. Let's get this up and going. We'll get the short interest data up and going. I know we want to look into probably GameStop. I'm sure you'll give me some tickers to look into. So here we go. Short interest data. GameStop. GameStop. GameStop's down to 27%. What was the one that was way up the other day? Oh, Rocket. That's what it was. Rocket Mortgage. Oh, man. It's just crazy. 44.64%. It's actually still pretty high. Like the Rocket Mortgage squeeze, if it weren't for this big fat decline today, you could see that come back. I doubt the short interest on Tesla is more than 6% now. Let's see. 6.4%. Okay, so right around there. Zynga? Sure. Yeah, the fact that Rocket's still that high. Zynga's only like 6%. SKT. Oh, yeah, we looked that one up earlier. SKT. Yeah, right. 28.24% on Tanger. AMC, sure. Let's look at AMC. FRX, a new SPAC, usually pretty low. 19% on AMC. Get over it. Stop it. It's not that hard. FRX. No one talks about SL or CLSK. Oh. 6.66%. Oh yeah, that's not a warning at all. What was it? CL something? AMD, short interest on AMD. Hold on. I forgot which one somebody says nobody talks about. Oh, here it is. CLSK. CLSK. So that one is 4%, 4.7%. Palantir. I think Palantir is pretty dang low. 3.5%. That's like the lowest. CCIV. 14.5%, holding stable. C3AI. What isn't their ticker AI? 11%. We should look up QuantumScape too. QuantumScape 8%, 8.8%. Beyond is 23.9% at Beyond Meat. Wow. It actually did decline over the last few days. AMD 6.9%. Jagex only 3.4%. That's crazy. Blink, oh, I wouldn't be surprised if this is high. Blink and ChargePoint, they've got to be high. Hi, guess. Wait, was this? Hi, Kevin. Guess that we're on your show talking about corrections. We're sort of right. My Russian team of traders and I were short on tech for 2 weeks. Started buying long at the close. Congratulations. You guys are buying in. Good job. Thank you for the 25,000 CLPs. But yeah, wow. No kidding, huh? Because we've had multiple guests. Peter Schiff saying there's going to be a tech sell-off. Ali Moz said there was going to be a tech sell-off with the and the safe places would be like Google and Apple. He was right. Harry Dent said there was going to be a tech sell-off. All of them were right, you know? You got to give them credit. You got to give them credit. Good thing I listened to that. Oh, wait. Anyway, NEO is at 4.5%. SPWR. Okay, I'm not going to do this much longer. 15.9%. DraftKings DKNG is 5.6%. CPE sounds like CPI. Oh my gosh, there's so many tickers. That's 18.67% on that one. Naked, GHVI, and Zoom. Okay, Naked's 8.8. Zoom is 3.1. Plug. We looked up Zynga already. 6.88. Neo, we already looked it up. AT&T is T-stock. Is 1.81%. Nobody shorts AT&T because it's not going to go anywhere. IPOE 25.2% short on Shamath. Oh wow, that's a big short. Workhorse 20.9%. It's pretty big too. This is some big shorts. Okay, we're done. No more. I gotta stop the ticker symbols. I gotta stop the tickers. We gotta stop. No more. I'm doing this one for myself. Shift is at 7.4%. 744. 47. Okay. Woo! Superior League Gaming down 11% in the after hours. Broadcom down 3.7%. GameStop down 3.4%. Genius down under $2, down 2%. Costco down 1.66%. Snowflake down 1%. Let's go sort by all stocks here. Let's see what the gainers are right now in the after hours. BNGO coming in hot, up 5%. Up. Clever up 5%-ish. The cannabis ETF and Clover Health up. CLII up at 12.18. That's also I don't like this one, but it's pretty cheap for a SPAC. Open Door at 25. Kappa 12. MViz 1365. Givo up 2.99% at 723. Zom up 2%. Purple, Yelp, Cost, OGI all around 2%. highly on Gores. The Matterport SPAC is at 1343. It's like 343, like Halo's original studios. Workhorse up about 1%. Upwork at 43.99. What a bargain. Let's look at Upwork here. It actually hasn't sold off that crazy. Damn bear market has me happy. I'm only down 4% for the day instead of 7%. I hit a point today. Also fell 7% a day last week. Hodl boys. There you go, boys and girls. We got women here too. We got to respect them. Although I think now saying boys has almost become ubiquitous for like you guys, which has become kind of like what do they call it when it's like a cultural way of saying something? I don't know. Somebody's probably got the word for that. A cultural way of saying something that makes sense to people in the culture, but not to people who like learn the language from a foreign place. There's a word for that. Somebody in the chat's going to know the word for that. Anyway, so let's look at Bloomberg for a moment here. Okay, we're going to get rid of this here. So this was Fulgent. We looked at them. Gap misses on revenue, beats by 10 cents on EPS, but misses by revenue. Vernacular, maybe there's a colloquialism. There it is. Head Games pays $2 to make sure I know the answer. Shout out. That's the one I was looking for. Thank you. So, okay, cool. I feel like what's that word game that you play when you have, see, now I'm asking for another one. You know, you hold like the disc and the timer's going off and you gotta like, you push the button and pass the disc and you're like, oh crap. The thing that's like this. Anyway, losing my mind here is what's happening. So let's look at Fox News. Let's listen to Kudlow and see if he can tell us about a V-shaped recovery. Oh, they're going to play clips of Powell? We've already heard enough clips from Powell. This is what I hear when I listen to Powell. Oh, wait. Hold on. Go. Stop it. I can't do it. It's not working. Not that. Stop. This one. That's our Powell music from now on. Catchphrase. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. That's all we hear when we hear Powell talking today. Oh my god. It's bad. Let's listen to their synthesis.
I know these are rare appearances, and I appreciate it very, very much. Just as you were helpful at our NEC lunches a while back, not too long. Andrew Denny, let me begin with you. We had a little riff last week about your bond vigilante theorem, which you and I are communicating. So you've got this jump in longer term rates, which I think is having a negative effect on stocks. Stocks are off about 350 points today. They closed stronger. But a lot of people say higher rates at the long end.
Ah, look, the date in Europe would today be written 4, 3, 2, 1. That's interesting. We in America have to wait another month to be able to say that.
Or my theory was that the bond traders and maybe the stock traders wanted the Fed to do their job for them, buy back bonds and lower those long-term rates. Now, I'm a cynic, but that's the way I saw it. Anyway, you tell me what you see, and then I want to go to Mr. Hyman.
Well, by the way, we're looking for Rust players. I think they did an application on the Discord.
For them, spinning the backup in bond yields as a sign of confidence in the economy, the outlook. Everybody seems to agree we're going to have a very strong economy this year, maybe 6% real GDP growth. And the pandemic will probably turn into a pest by the second half of the year, thanks to vaccinations. And maybe we'll still have to wear some masks. But the reality is there's going to be quite a bit of normality coming back in the second half of the year. So why shouldn't the bond yield go to where those yields were before the pandemic, which is really around 2%. No big deal.
I think the 10-year got up to 155 today. Ed Hyman, again, thank you for coming on. How do you read this rise in long-term rates? And Ed Denny sort of suggested it was real rate.
By the way, check this out. Going to the iPad here, we still have the bond yield going up. It's literally still going up. This is crazy. We are now right here which is obviously higher than where we were just in the last little bit here after Jerome Powell spoke. This is Powell right here. Hi, Jerome Powell. My name's Jerome Powell, and I'm here to have a conversation and tell you everything's okay. Oh, my. It's bad. Bad. UK just lowered a deposit for buying a property again, all the way down to 5%, and mortgage rates can be found by 1.5%. I'm going shopping. See, this is what I'm talking about. Modern economies and modern democracies have falling interest rates. New Zealand's emergency agency has told people to leave home and reach higher ground after an 8.1 magnitude earthquake has struck the nearby Kermadec Islands region. Wow. 8.1 quake in New Zealand ends in the NZ. Ouch. Wow. All right. Okay, let's go back to let's listen to this for another minute here because this is very topical right now.
You know, Ed Yardeni, Ed Hyman's scenario, I think you guys are in general agreement, which is reassuring because you guys are two of the best of the very best. But just take that 8% real growth, 2% inflation, 10% nominal. That's a blowout. And it affects, by the way, it'll help company revenues enormously, profits. It'll also help the federal budget because the tax revenues are going to come flowing in for the first time in a bunch of years. We don't need any more stimulus programs. But what do you think of that 8% real growth scenario?
Well, I don't really have a problem with that. I'm at 6%, Ed's at 8%. Maybe we can split the difference and say it's going to be 7%. It's going to be a blowout year, and it's going to start right from the get-go. I mean, as you know, the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta has a tracking model. It's right now looking at 10% annualized growth in the first quarter. We're looking for 7%, and we just, at the beginning of this week, raised our number for the second quarter from 4.5% to 9%. Because we are convinced that the Biden plan is very stimulative and it's probably going to get passed through. And it's another round of checks, which worked extremely well in stimulating the economy in April of last year. It did it again in January. And I think what the market's concerned about is that, growth is good, but inflation is bad. And so I think that's the concern, is that we are going to see some inflation. I happen to agree with Fed officials that we're going to see a transient temporary pickup in inflation to 2.5%. Maybe 2.8% in the second half of the year, and the bond market's nervous about that. Well, rightly so.
All right, we're going to. You guys are so good. We're going to give you another segment so we can chew on this inflation issue. 8% growth next year, 7% growth. It's terrific stuff. Economic outlook's looking pretty good. These are two of the best, folks.
Let's see what the Senate is up to. Any day now.
Including costs associated with providing or preparing to provide child care services during the COVID-19 public health emergency, and to the extent practical.
That's right. They're still reading the entire stimulus bill because that's what you do when people are in need. You read the entire bill. Disaster.
And I think there's awareness there, and with stimulus, their customer is going to benefit.
You know, one thing that came up in the conversation with the CEO of Gap was the port situation and some issues they've been having there. Not alone. Dana, what's going on broadly with the supply chain for retail?
Whatever. All right. Let's look at the sticks. Going back to the sticks. Going back to the sticks. With that button right there. Okay. Clover, 5%. BNGO, Clever, Gap, Micro, High Cape Capital, Naked Brand, Climate Change, Hyliion, Open Door, Yelp. All these guys up 2 to 5% right here. Doing decently here in the first minutes of after hours trading. We are now, how long are we in? Oh, well, by first minutes, I mean first 49 minutes. Wow, that went by fast. Okay, then we've got AMC losing, GameStop losing. Not actually a horrible after hours here. Could be much worse. Neo down slightly, down to 39. I mean, not great, right? Beyond Meat slipping a little bit. Tesla down at 620. Are we going to revisit 420? Salesforce, Microsoft, Pinterest, AT&T, Twilio. We've got, I mean, actually not horrible. Now, somebody was asking about Unity. I've seen a question there. I pulled Unity up. So I like Unity. A great platform for being able to basically run games on. It's an engine platform. I'm not extremely familiar with the stock. I think it's a great company. It is, as they say here, it's at its lowest point in 15 weeks. Unity has had a sick run. Take a look at Unity here. This is Unity since September. And we had a nice, almost 1.5 times in here. But then we, we had a doubling. We had doubling from, what was it at? $68 to over 164. That's a 95. So we got a big sell-off here. We're down about 42% from highs. Lots of pain right now. Look at the euphoria that has happened to Apple, right? Year to date, Apple went up to 143. 16% of that is gone. Of course, it's nothing compared to, I don't know, is Tesla on the NAS? Yeah, okay. Tesla year to date, 14%. But if you measure from the highs of 883, it's down 29%. So I guess it depends how bad you want to make yourself feel. But yeah, do you ever want to invest in film to diversify? Never thought about it. Never thought about it. Yeah, wow, fascinating. Okay, so Dave & Buster's now also down. Northern Genesis down. Painful market. And if you want to avoid pain, make sure to join me in the amazing courses linked down below. Change your wealth building habits. Use that coupon code. You get magic bells that happen and good things. And just make sure to buy the dip. Here we go. Come on, push it. Buying the dip. Okay, that's good enough for now. So thank you everybody for being here. I enjoyed it. I now have to decide between coffee and something else. So I guess we'll see how I feel. It is almost 2:00 after all.